So last week you messaged me, bro, I just fumbled a bag on this girl at the elevator. I'm not even worried about tomorrow's match. I'm worried about what just happened. GG. And then we just kind of went back and forth, and I left it with go win LCS and then add it to the resume. Girlfriend guaranteed, I promise. So would you say you're one step closer to getting a girlfriend after the series?
I definitely do think so, yeah. But with the way I played today, it obviously wasn't the best. So, like, I need to play better in order to get to that step, where, like, a girl is going to message me and go on my DMs. But I definitely got closer, but I'm not there yet.
So, like, when I say ick, like, do you know what an ick is?
It's something you got on your neck. Oh,
What-
actually,
no,
oh, no,
whoa,
wait, that's
whoa.
like, bro, wait, what
An
am I saying?
ick,
Yeah,
an
cut that
ick.
out, bro. Cut that
Yeah,
out.
an
Wait,
ick.
yeah, my fault. Oh,
So-
yeah, it's like something you dislike.
Yeah, it's like something you dislike. So would you say, like, a girl will get an ick from your performance today?
Well, compared to my other games, she definitely would.
All right, that's fair enough. So I think you had some decent moments this series, especially like the solo kill, the 1v2.
Oh, yeah.
So what have you been working on since TL? Because I mean, I'm sure like there was a lot to learn from that series. So what have you been working on since then?
I think just not dying on weak side specifically, because that was like my biggest issue when we were playing versus TL. So that's like the main thing I was just working on the entire time, and it ended up working out today. Although I was just like team fighting really poorly, and we almost lost because of it. But yeah, my team had my back, and I ended up playing okay.
Yeah, because I think the whole like weak side and stuff becomes way more important during the lane swaps.
Yeah.
So did you expect a lot of lane swaps coming into this series? Because they did lane swap quite a bit this series. So is this something you expected, or did you expect them to play standard lanes?
If you're watching LCS, which I know you are for a fact, every single team is lane swapping every single game. So we obviously expected the lane swap, and depending on draft, we're like discussing whether we want to lane swap or just keep normal lanes. So yeah, lane swaps are going to be happening every game, most likely.
Yeah, and I mean, I think with lane swaps, you kind of see some interesting champs, because I think there's certain champs that you're fine if they fall behind, but certain champs obviously need the gold.
Yeah, for sure.
I think one pick that was really interesting today was Licorice's Wukong.
Ooh, yeah.
Were you expecting this at all? Because I honestly was not.
I had no idea this guy even knows how to play Wukong, or like, yeah, I just didn't expect it at all. But it wasn't the greatest pick, or at least like in lane, because I was doing fine actually, and I was actually beating him inside. It was just like we messed up one time against Nasus, and that kind of like there's like a snowball effect that happened that game, and he got the free farm, he got like an extra item, and then we were just losing team fights.
Yeah, it's like when you play against a champ you don't have much experience on, how do you approach laning? Because were you on Camille that game?
I was on Cassante.
Okay, that was a Cassante game. So like, how do you approach like trading with a champion you're not familiar with the matchup with? Like, do you play more conservative? Do you play how you normally would? Like, how do you approach the matchup?
I think just off intuition, to be honest. I already know like what Wukong does, and I know how this champion functions against mine. So with my like game knowledge, it was just like what's that like word like that everybody should know in society?
Common sense.
Yeah, it's like common sense,
Yeah.
So I wasn't worried about the pick whatsoever. It was just team fights I was worried about.
Yeah. So I guess like now transitioning from out of game, you actually got a visit from your brother last week.
Oh, you saw it? Yeah.
So, did he talk to you about today's game, or like, well, what happened when he visited?
He just watched our scrims, and unfortunately we did lose 0-3 against the team that we were scrimming against. But yeah, he just watched our scrims. We went out for dinner. We got ice cream afterwards, and he kind of just did his own thing after that. But we were just talking about like a lot of things that we would normally be talking about, and we kind of just caught up with each other. So it was a very good time.
Yeah. Speaking of ice cream, when 100 Thieves was boot camping in Korea,
Don't even bring this up, bro.
you referred to Baskin Robbins as Bussin Robbins.
Oh my god.
So did you also go to Bussin Robbins the other day to get ice cream, or where did you go?
We went to like a different ice cream spot. I kind of forgot what it was called. It was like it's like a very famous ice cream
Is it
spot.
near the compound?
It was in Sawtell actually, where we went.
Oh, is it Wanderlust?
It's like they have like a certain flavor that like everybody loves.
I feel like it has to be Wanderlust because that's like the really popular one.
Somi.
Yes, Somi.
Oh,
Yeah,
Somi,
yes,
Somi,
Somi.
okay.
Somi. Yes.
Okay.
We went to that place, and I got like the flavor that everybody normally gets, and it was absolutely amazing. Like 10 out of 10 ice cream.
What's that flavor?
Is it purple?
No, it's like it's orange. It's like orange and like it's like
Orange and Somi.
Wait, Somi. That's an. I think it was Somi.
Somi's the one with like the fish.
The fish, right?
Like with Nutella in it.
Oh wait,
Wait,
that's not ice cream.
I mean, they have ice cream, but
Oh, they do have ice cream?
so I guess he didn't go to Somi Somi,
Okay, so
Okay, I'm not 100% sure. It sounded similar to Somi Somi.
but it tasted good.
It tasted great.
That's all that really matters.
Yes,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
exactly.
So,
Check it out.
Now looking forward to your next match. You're playing against Thanatos, who is considered a very good laner. I feel like I'm relatively unconvinced with his carry potential, but I think it's undeniable that he's very good in lane, especially in the first 15 minutes.
Of course.
And I think you're someone who obviously has like a lot of variance in your play. You like to go for the solo kills, like to make the big aggressive plays.
For sure.
So what do you think about this matchup? What do you think about Thanatos? And what do you think is going to be key to, I mean, I don't know if your goal is to go even or to beat him, but what are your keys to doing either one of those?
I do think against Thanatos, I need to just make sure I have like a good matchup for myself and kind of not give him angles that like he normally gets, because he's a very like intuitive person, I think, and he would like go for any plays that he sees on a screen. So just kind of like, yeah, having a good matchup, playing smart, and not falling behind too hard, I think is definitely what I'm going to be focusing on going into that matchup.
Yeah, for sure, because I think coming into this split, I even also had C9 as like the second best team, and then there was like a break between FlyQuest being third. Like I thought there was like a gap, but after like last week's series, I honestly feel like FlyQuest is comfortably second, and C9 is not that strong of a third place.
Yeah.
So I was talking to River. He said he's really confident you guys can beat them. How are you personally feeling going into this matchup now?
I feel very confident against Cloud9. I feel like I actually match up against Thanatos very well. And from the looks of like their games and stuff, he doesn't play as good as he does in scrims. So I can definitely tell he has like a lot of nerves going on. And yeah, like I said, I think I match up against him pretty well if I just play my own game and not give him these random angles. So yeah, I feel very confident versus C9.
Yeah, and you guys have very similar champ pools. Now, some of this obviously because of the meta, but he also is a big fan of Camille, Renekton, Cassante. So what are like some champs you expect to be playing more often in that series? Do you think you're going to be going? Because I think Tiddy had multiple Camille picks. You also had a few Renekton games. Are you going to be aiming to get those same champions, or are you going to be aiming to get maybe different champions? What do you think you're going to get next week, if you have to expect? Or not next week, on Sunday, actually.
Yeah. Oh, on Sunday, actually. That's true. In 2
So
days.
what champions are you expecting to play?
I'm definitely expecting to play like Riven, Irelia, Fiora, all these different carry champions against them. So yeah, I mean, just watch out for that, you know?
Really? I mean, that would be spicy.
Yeah.
Because you guys going to Worlds is on the line. Are you going to pull out Riven when Worlds is on the line?
Of course, and Irelia as well. Bro, I'm willing to blind pick it, you know?
Yeah.
Against them too.
So we have a fun little mini game for you. So in game 2, Quid went absolutely crazy on Yone.
Facts.
So I want you to guess his gold difference on Jensen at the end of game 2. Because I thought this number was absurd. Like how ahead he was of Jensen in game 2. What was it? I want you to guess like the goal difference at the end of the game, specifically for mid lane.
What were they playing? What was the matchup?
It was so Quid had Yone and then Jensen had Corki.
Oh, this game. Yo, okay, Quid was up like 100 CS on him, and he was like, nah, he had to at least been up 8k gold.
Okay. Okay, it's not that bad. Do you want another try, or like do you want me to just give you the number?
Wait, it's not that bad, as in like that's too
It
high?
wasn't 8K. It was less than 8K.
guess
Oh.
again, guess again.
Yeah, guess again. You should guess again. One more guess. I think less than 8K.
4k.
Ooh, a little bit more than that. I'll give you one last try.
One last try.
Yeah, more than 4K.
Okay, I'm debating between 4.5k or 5k. I'll give it 5k, 5,000.
You're so close. It's 5.4K. He was up 5.4K on Jensen, which is like almost 2 whole items. Like that is like insane.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that is quite the mid gap. So
Wait, 5.4k. Like
yeah,
actually,
like that is ironically like almost 2 items. Like he was really ahead of Jensen.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
I was
I'm not surprised.
Because like it shows the gold lead on the screen like with like the overlay, and when I saw 5.4, I just like cleaned my glasses. I was like, what the fuck? Like that just felt fake.
Yeah. That's, bro, I'm flabbergasted by that. Like, I'm actually.
That is like actually crazy. I mean, you said 8K. If it was 8K, I think
Yeah,
it was like
okay.
that's a little bit scary if it was 8K.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's a little too much.
So we discussed a little bit about lane swapping, and I think the game around Olaf, they lane swapped into you, and Olaf is a champion that doesn't want to lane swap. Yeah. And I saw you kind of like running top to bot on the map. So like, what was your, I guess, thought process and like approach to the game once they lane swap into your Olaf? Like, what do you do?
I think just play normally. Just if I can't get the XP top or I can't survive the dive, I normally just go from top to bot, and then I just be eating bot plates, just trying to get as much XP as possible, and then like see what they do afterwards. So it was just like another game of like playing a top laner that I can't get XP on. So, yeah, I was just playing how I should play.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think the last question I have for you is Jensen, for example, he played Nasus, and he's someone who isn't really known for these kind of non-traditional picks. He's known for control mages. So I guess Nasus isn't the hardest champion to play, but he's very strong. So do you expect it against C9? And what is I guess your team's approach to Nasus? Is this something you guys plan on picking maybe? Or maybe you don't want to spoil that, it's up to you.
Yeah, for sure.
But what do you think about Nasus, and how do you plan on handling it come Sunday?
I think, bro, the champion is so disgusting, by the way. If you saw in the first game, he was literally doing nothing, you know? He was just AFK farming the entire time, and then he got one item, and he was just Thanos all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say a lot about that topic if we're going to play Nasus or not, but just know that I have something cooking in the top lane, okay?
Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not like today.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's actually good.
The Camille.
Yeah.
The team fighting.
That was, it happens.
Yeah.
At least you guys
team
won.
fighting. Yeah, exactly.
As long as you won.
At least we won, for sure.
Yeah. So I guess that's pretty much all I have for you. Do you have any words to the fans after today's series and any, I guess, watchers at home?
I really do feel like we have a good chance at beating Cloud9. And if we get a good draft, if we play how we normally play, and kind of just just play aggressive and with confidence, it'll definitely be a close series, but we'll definitely have a good chance at beating them. So, yeah, thanks for this interview.
Yep. Thank you so much, Sniper.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care.